everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Aisha. I am 31 years old. I live in California in the Bay Area, and I am an all cash budgeter. If you've taken the time to watch this video, I just want to say thank you, and that this is the year that we are going to hit our financial goals. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video if you like it. So today I wanted to take you all through my expenses, my sinking funds, and my debt so that you have a better understanding of where I'm starting on my journey to become debt free. So if you're interested in content like this, then keep on. I'm going to go ahead and take you guys through my 2022 budget planner, and I'm showing you mainly the month of April tab because most of my bills for the month of March are already paid or are already kind of like set to come out. Um, so, what we're going to do today is we're going to go through all of my bills, my sinking funds, my savings, my outstanding loans, and my credit card. So you kind of have an idea of like what I'm kind of trying to face and tackle and kind of where I'm going with this whole debt-free journey. So I have up here total income. Also, for anybody who's curious, I just made this on Google Sheets. If anybody wants access to this spreadsheet, I can just blank out the numbers and put the blank one in the description box below. So just leave me a comment and let me know if you're interested in something like this. I know making spreadsheets and formulas and stuff is not always super easy for everyone. So I'm happy to provide it if you need it. So this first box up here is total income. This is everything that I bring in for the month. That's what that number will end up being. It's going to be my main income source plus any extra income that comes in. Main income is my main job. This is projected. And since this is my first full month at my new job, I won't know like exactly how much a full check is until the month of April. And so, so then I have a section here for extra income, which is basically just like if I do DoorDash, if I do any little side odd jobs that brings in some extra cash, I just project that number here. Also, side note, if you do DoorDash, I don't know if you got the notification about them starting to accept cash payment from people and, what that could mean for DoorDash or you as a delivery driver going forward. But if you heard anything about that, feel free to leave a comment and kind of chat about it because I want to know your thoughts on that system. But anyway, so then I have my bills and my fixed expenses. So I have it categorized as type. So I have the type of the bill, the name of the bill, and the amount of the bill that's due. This is the full amount. And then I have my cash stuffing amount, which I might even change this to say like, amount to go in or amount to stay in bank or something like that, or amount to pay, because I'm not cash stuffing this money anymore. I'm just leaving it in my bank account. Since it's just easier for me to just like not touch that money and know like, okay, I have all of my sinking funds are the spending money that I would use. So I can just use that money. I don't need to even swipe my debit card. So I have my phone bill. If you guys are curious how my phone bill is $50 a month, I have Boost Mobile. And I switched from Sprint to Boost Mobile a couple years ago because I was splitting the bill with my sister. And it was her, myself, myself, and my mom all on a plan. And I was paying like $180 a month splitting that bill. And I could not afford that. So I switched to Boost Mobile because I thought it was $50 a month. And my service is really good. So, I don't have any issues with that. I have really good service. I can, if I need to add on extra, like an extra $5 if I'm out the country to get service, like in Mexico, I did that, and it worked just fine. So, right now Boost Mobile is like, it works great. So, and I like the price of it. That's why I haven't switched. But yeah, so half that amount is $25. I have my Quicksilver credit card, which is $25. And these numbers that are like 12.50, I just round them up when I do the cash stuffing because I'm not going to pull 50 cents out the bank. I have a Platinum One, Platinum Capital One card as well. I got these both around the same time, and they have increased my limit on those two over time. But of course, like I, being not super responsible with money, like kind of work them up to the limit. So that's my goal with these, is to kind of just get them down again and then stick to a 30% rule. Like, I don't know if I could, well, I probably can like flag them or something like that, to where if I spend over 30% of what the limit is, then it like flags it so I know, okay, I cannot spend on my credit cards anymore. Like, yeah. Or I saw Baddies and Budgets video, and she basically puts her sinking funds on her credit card and then just like still cash stuffs for them, but then puts that money on her credit card and pays it off. So that's also something that I'm exploring. But in the meantime, I want to focus on trying to get them back down to zero. So I have my Merrick card. That's $35. This one I got because I needed, what do you call it? I wanted higher utilization and a larger credit limit. And if you pay this card consistently for the first 6 months, they double your limit. And that's exactly what they did. So that's why I got that card. Credit One is $30 a month. That's an American Express card. Again, that was just to kind of diversify my credit portfolio. So now I have a Visa, because America's Visa. I have an American Express. I have a MasterCard. So, I have different types of credit, I guess. I don't even know if that's a thing, but I have One Main and Upstart. These are both personal loans that I took out for very not so great reasons. And the monthly payments on them is not that bad, but when I look at the interest and the length of the loan, it's ridiculous. So I'm really going to try to see if I can raise some extra money and like put any extra money that I have towards this debt so I can get rid of these, because this was just a big mistake. I'm not going to not pay them. Obviously now I have them, so I'm not going to put my credit in bigger jeopardy by like, messing up with these, but definitely don't get personal loans. They're a scam. Even if they tell you like, oh, you can consolidate all of your credit card debt, and then like, but if you haven't changed your mentality with the way you spend your money on credit cards, you can get this type of loan, pay them off, and then you're still going to max them out. And then you have this bill too, which is basically what happened to me. So yeah, I don't recommend this to anybody. If you have something you want to do, just like save your money and like do it that way. I put my therapy up here because that's a bill I pay out of pocket. My therapist is awesome and charges me on a sliding scale, which basically is when a provider charges you based on your income. So, yeah, I met her like a couple years ago, and I've been going consistently ever since then, and it has helped me so much. This right here is my favorite bill because it's just such an investment in my health, and it makes a difference. So definitely would always tell people, if you want to go to therapy, go to therapy. There are people out there who will work with your budget. And now, there's some expansion with certain bills and legislation. So you might even be able to get it covered by your health insurance if you're working, or if you're on some sort of government medical aid. And then I have Experian here. I pay for Experian because I realized that was the only way I can get like an accurate view of my like FICO score. Because of course, like everybody else, I had Credit Karma, which is free. But they're showing you a Vantage score on Credit Karma, and Experian is actually showing you your FICO. They're two different scoring systems, and everybody looks at the FICO when you go apply for literally anything: house, apartment, car, credit cards. They're looking at your FICO. So in order to have a more clear picture of what my credit is actually looking like, I subscribe to the Experian app. Planet Fitness, again, very inexpensive gym, $10 a month. Everybody's familiar with that. And I keep it because it's around the corner from my house, and it is $10 a month. So if for some reason I'm not going consistently, it's not the end of the world. VSP, so that's my vision coverage. I pay for that out of pocket because my job doesn't cover that, and it's really not that expensive. It's just $17 a month. Microsoft and DoorDash. If you guys watched my last cash envelope stuffing video, you know that I'm trying to figure out how to cancel these because I have no clue how to get into the accounts or how to contact the administrators to get the accounts closed. So I'm still working on that. It's really annoying. But in the meantime, that's what I'm paying for. My dental bill, which I have Delta Dental, but I also have dental through my job. But I'm curious. I'm trying to figure out if I want to cancel my Delta Dental because I don't need them both. But I think the coverage that I'm paying for out of pocket, this $29 a month, is actually better than what my job gives me. So I don't know. That's something I'll have to kind of ponder on. So yeah. Spotify, you guys know I have that. It's music, of course. Netflix, Canva I have because I use it for my YouTube channel, but also I was using it for my previous job. And $12.99. Again, not that bad. The thing about subscriptions is that all of these things add up. So this could be something that I take all of my subscriptions, and put on a credit card and then just pay that credit card off. Because I think if these are all added together, that's like 20, 30, 45, like $50 or $60 basically for all my subscriptions a month. So yeah. Anyway, I have backyard here. So this is a backyard loan that I mentioned in my last video. We just had something done to the backyard and we're splitting it 3 ways. And I told my mom that I would pay my portion is in a payment plan. So I'm paying $100 a month right now until some things kind of free up a little bit. And then I can give her more to pay it off faster because it's basically until the end of this year that I have to pay her back. Affirm. I kind of touched on this in my last video, but I'm going to explain it more when we get over here. And then Italy loan. I am going to Italy. I told you guys I was taking a trip in May. This is coming up so fast, and it was one of those situations where it's just a lot for me to explain why I'm even going. Even though I can't technically afford it, I shouldn't be going, but I'm going. And so I worked out with my sister a payment plan for the flight, the rooms, and then our activities and stuff because we're prepaying for everything. So, I'm going to start paying this in April. I'm giving her $100 a month until that's paid off, and that's going to be the top of next year. PG&E and water, these are the utilities that I pay in the house. And yeah, so I give that money to my mom. Car insurance, same thing. It's cheaper for me to be on her car insurance, so I just give her the $110 a month for my car. And then for the garbage or trash or whatever, so I pay that too. And as you can see, the total of all of these bills is equivalent to rent somewhere in the Bay Area. So I don't know that I'd actually be able to get rid of all of them. But even if I got all my credit cards paid down, all the subscriptions, well, they would still be there. I don't know. I don't think that there's a way that I could really reduce these expenses, but I pay it. I have that issue where as my income has gone up, my expenses have gone up. So these two things, there's actually, I would say there's $500 worth of bills on here that don't need to be here. So once these are gone, paying my rent will be so much easier. And that we'll get into in a little bit. Okay, so next up, I have my variable expenses. These are just basically sinking funds. But these numbers are going to fluctuate based on whatever's left after I do this number because I'm splitting everything in half. Every couple of weeks, this is what I'm paying in bills. And then whatever I have left over is going to go into my sinking funds. So Yeah, and I won't go through these because I kind of talk about all of these when I'm doing my cash stuffing, so I won't even go there to talk about what they're for. But I will talk about this. I did add Costco on here because literally the day after I think I did my cash stuffing, I got an email from Costco saying your membership is about to expire. So I was like, oh shit, okay, so that is due in March. I need to I don't know why this is 4 months. It really should say a year. I think that was supposed to go here. And then the 12 months was supposed to go up here. So I'll fix that later. But I added Costco. I added Debt Snowball because I felt like if I add money to my Debt Snowball, then I can take that extra money and I can use it to pay off my credit cards, which is where I'm starting on my credit cards. And then moving over to my personal loans because they're just bigger. And then my buffer, which I am leaving as zero because I'm kind of just stuffing whatever I have left over into a buffer. And I think what I'll probably end up doing is if I get to having a certain amount of my buffer and my debt snowball, I will probably just put them both towards my debt. Because yeah, it needs to get paid. All right, so let's go back up here to my savings. So I have autosave that comes out of my bank account every time I get paid. It's $50. Yeah, and if I can't keep it there, then I just move it back over. It's really simple. Capital One. This is where my emergency fund lives. Is in my Capital One account. So I have two of them. So it takes 25 out of one and 25 out the other. So I just transfer that money into one of them to be my emergency fund. And that happens once a month. I have my Roth IRA. I have that through Chase. And yeah, $50 a month goes in there because I don't have a 401k at my job yet. And even if you do have a 401k, it's just good to have a Roth IRA. I'm not going to try to explain the difference between a 401k and a Roth IRA because I barely understand it. I just know that I saw a few different videos about it and they both said that you should have both. So that's why I have this. And then next year, my job is actually going to start offering 401k for nonprofits. So that'll be awesome. Okay, now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes. Which is what I know all of y'all want to really know about. But I feel like it's kind of important to talk about my bills if I'm going to talk about my debt because you'll see then that makes you understand why it's going to take me so much longer to pay off my debt because I have a lot of bills. So, okay. So we have that Affirm bill. The balance on that is like $2,000. I explained that this is for my best friend's bachelorette party. I basically booked because I'm the maid of honor. So I'm kind of in charge of that. Well, I am in charge of it. And I booked the Airbnb on my Affirm account because I don't abuse that account and I, have enough space to do whatever I need to do on there. So, so I'm making payments on it, but everybody who is in the bridal party is paying me back. There's 7 of us. So yeah, every time they send me money for it, I just pay this down immediately. And this is actually more than the monthly payment. And then this is also includes like a Best Buy purchase and like an Amazon purchase, which once those are gone, this number is going to go down. So yeah, there's that. Backyard loan, I just explained that. This is the total of the backyard loan though that I owe. Yeah, it looks good and it gives like our puppy like a place to play. So this was worth it and it'll be over quickly. So I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about it, of course. If it happens faster, that'd be awesome. But I'm not like, it is what it is. We talked about the one maid and the one start situations. And then my student loans section is over here. This is the total for my student loans. And I decided that I'm going to start paying these back regardless of whether or not they unfreeze the interest rates and start like if they keep pushing the date back. Because right now they're I heard that we were supposed to start paying in like March because they paused the interest and the payments because of because of COVID. And then we were supposed to start paying back in March, and then they pushed it back to like June. So now I'm hearing that they're probably going to push it back again. But I said I'm still going to keep saving money for it and make a payment anyway, just to like see that number change, for my own satisfaction. So yeah. And yeah, this is like the total of everything. Most of these bills are over here. The only one that's not over here is student loan because I don't actually have like a concrete payment for that. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, again, once I get rid of a lot of these things next year, I have some extra income for like the new apartment and stuff like that. So we're going to get there. I just got to be patient. And then last but not least, I have my credit card debt explained with the remaining balances and the monthly payment. These are the minimum payments. If I'm in a position where I can make more of a payment, I will totally do that. But I'm just taking my time because it's not a rush. They're not like negatively impacting my credit a lot. Like my credit hasn't changed that much because of what their balances are, but I know if they were completely paid off, my credit would skyrocket up by like 100 points because I'm at like a 620 right now, something like that. So like I know if I pay all this off, it's probably going to shoot up to like 700. So that's just something I have to do. And yeah, it will happen in due time. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for listening and watching along with this video. And I'm hoping that making these videos keeps me on track, keeps me accountable, and then hopefully it inspires somebody else who maybe has as much debt as I do, or, whatever the case may be, inspires you to start thinking about paying back your debt and paying off your debt and kind of becoming debt free because, not having to pay all these extra bills, when you really put things into perspective, if I didn't have all of these loans, that's $55,000 that my net worth just increased. If I didn't have some of these bills, it's $500 that I wouldn't have to pay, not including my credit cards and stuff like that. That would just be kind of sitting, right? And all these other, my sinking funds probably wouldn't really change that much. But if my emergency fund was funded, I wouldn't have to have a student loan envelope, debt snowball envelope, or anything like that. So we're going to get there. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I got a lot of patience in me and I've done it before. So I know I can do this again. All right. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much for watching this video and I will talk to you later. Bye.